Hello everyone, in this video I'll teach Standard 8, one very important chapter of language, direct speech and indirect speech. Now children, when I'll explain, I have made some notes for my video, so I expect everyone will write these notes in your copy. You have all the explanation in the book also, so when you will listen to the explanation of these videos and you will go through your book, you will be able to understand the whole thing. And also what I said, everyone write these notes in your copy, or you take screenshot and print out, you keep with you, but better choice is you write it in the copy. So direct speech and indirect speech. Now English language has two ways to narrate the spoken words of a person. Spoken words means what we speak. One is direct speech, one is indirect speech. Now what is direct speech? Direct speech, when we want to describe what someone said, one option is to use direct speech. What we use direct speech when we simply repeat what someone says. When we simply repeat what someone says, putting the phrase between quotation mark. We use quotation mark and we directly say what the person said. Like example, Paul said, comma, quotation mark, I am hungry. He said, comma, quotation mark, I write a letter. So this is direct speech. We have not changed. We have just said what the speaker said. Now what is the indirect speech? When we want to report, listen carefully, when we want to report what someone said without quotation marks and without necessarily using exact the same word, we can use indirect speech, which is also called reported speech. We will not use quotation mark and we will do some changes. So what are the changes? What the rules that we will come up? But before that, you see the examples. Direct speech, what I wrote in the previous example, you see Paul said, I am really hungry. Now if I want to make it indirect, it will become Paul said that he was really hungry. Next, he said, I write a letter. Indirect speech will be he said that he wrote a letter. So you have noticed that certain changes we have done here when we converted from direct to indirect. Now the rules I will come up with what are the changes coming. But before learning the rules for conversion of direct to indirect speech, you must learn reporting verb. What is reporting verb? We can call it reporting verb or reported verb also. This has a vital role, so you have to understand what it is. The verb of the first sentence, when we are writing one direct speech or the indirect speech, the verb of the first sentence, that is she said, he says, they said, these all, when the verb of first sentence before the actual words of the speaker is called reporting verb. That means the verb of the first sentence before the actual words of the speaker. Before the actual words of the speaker means, so when it is said, Paul said, I am really hungry. Here you see, I am really hungry is the actual words of the speaker. Before that, what it is written? The first sentence is what Paul said. So in that Paul said, what is the verb? Said is the verb. So what I wanted to say, you try to understand the verb of first sentence before the actual words of the speaker is called. That means that Paul said, or the example what I have given here, you see, she said, I like mango. I like mango is the actual words of the speaker. And before that, what is the first sentence? She said. In that first sentence, what is the verb? Said. So this said is the, what I underlined, you see, this said is the reporting verb. Now let us consider the rules for changing from direct to indirect, converting from direct to indirect. So first rule, what we have to understand, that is change of pronouns. So to convert a direct speech into indirect speech, the pronouns change. Now children, you see the examples. You will see in your book, rule wise it is written first person, third person, first person becomes third person, then second person become third person, or second person become first person, like that it has been given. But I suggest you go through those rules, but you see these example. I tried to keep all type of example where we are changing the pronouns and what the way we are changing. If you go through these examples and you write it in your copy, it will be very helpful. Now you see direct speech. You said to me, I am busy. You said to me, I am busy. You see, I is the pronoun in the direct speech. So when it is you said to me, then in indirect speech, that I will become you. You said to me that you were busy. You said to me that you were busy, because in the direct speech this I is actually the you who said. Okay. Next, she said to me, you are a brilliant student. Here you see, she said to me. So here you is actually me. So when we are converting to indirect speech, it will be you will become I, because you is actually that me. She said to me that I was a brilliant student. Now next, she said to me, you play football. He said to him, you play football. Here it is not me, here it is him. So you is actually that him. That will become he. So she said to him that he played football well. Coming to next example, he said to me, I watch a film. Here you see, he said to me, that then this I is actually he. He is that I. So indirect speech will be, he said to me that he watched a film. Next, she said to me, you are lazy. Here you is actually me. That means I. So she said to me that I was lazy. Next example, they said we have completed the work. Now children, here we is actually that they. So indirect speech it will be, they said that they had completed that work. Next, he said my laptop is heavy. Here he said to me, though not mentioned, but to me or to him not mentioned, but you see he said, so this my is actually he. So he said that his laptop was heavy. She said my son is cute. Here my is who? That she. She said that her son was cute. My will become her. Like previous my became his, because that was a his, and here it is her. Next, she said to me, your shirts are beautiful. Here this your is who? Your is my, I. So she said to me your, so your is means that I. So she said to me that my shirts were beautiful. So these examples will help you to understand the change of pronoun. Now we will come up with the rules for change of tense. This is very important, very easy to understand. Little concentrate. If you keep with you, then you will understand. Now see, we use a reporting verb like say, or tell. If the verb is in present tense, it's easy. We just put she says and that, and then the sentence after changing the pronoun. That means what, children? You have to understand, when the reporting verb is says, say or tell, that means we are writing the reporting verb in present tense. Listen very carefully. We are writing the reporting verb in present tense. Then after that tense, after that first part, she says, he tells, whatever the first part, we will just add one that, 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 and then the sentence after changing the pronoun. That means what? We are not changing the tense when the reporting verb is in present form. See the example, it will be very clear. See, she says, see here reporting verb is says, which is written in present form. I like ice cream. Now we have understood the change of pronoun. So here we will change the pronoun, but as the reporting verb is in present form, we will not change the tense. So as I started with rules for changing tense, this is the first part we have to understand, that when reporting verb is in present form, we will not change the tense, but we will change the pronoun. So the answer will be, reported speech will be, she says that she likes ice cream. See, I have not changed the tense. Why I wrote likes as, why I added? Because I became she, and she is third person singular number. So we don't need to change the tense, though we do need to change the pronoun, like from I to she, what I said. We also may need to change words like my and your. My, definitely my, your, her, his, those are also going to get changed. But if the reporting verb is in the past tense, then usually we change the tenses in the reported speech. So what I said, if the reporting verb is in past tense. Example, she said. Here you see this said, what I highlighted, it is in past form. The sentence is, I like ice cream, the direct speech. So reported speech, we have to change the tense. So this change of tense, how it occurs, that I will come up with a proper chart which will help you a lot to understand how the change of tense occurs. See, here I showed one example. She said that she liked ice cream. So one thing you have noticed, that I have changed the pronoun and I have changed that present tense to past tense. So here next page I'll come up with the in my next video I'll come up with the chart. Before that, let's discuss universal truth, what you all know, where we do not change the tense. Universal truth, it is, I have mentioned, if direct speech expresses a universal truth or habitual action, the tenses in the indirect speech are not changed. Examples, the man said God is everywhere. It is a universal truth, so we will not change. The man said that that God is everywhere. The earth revolves round the sun. He said that the earth revolves round the sun. So just in my next video, there will be the continuation of tense, how the tense is getting changed. Thank you.